Hey folks, how you all doing? Lloyd here, or Mr. Hats as I'm known as in the VC. So I thought I would do a Ringo Starr albums ranking today. Seeing as I've already done John's, Paul's and George's solo albums in a rankings plus Beatles, thought I'd do a Ringo, but this one's going to be different. I don't own all 21 of Ringo's studio albums. I don't know who does own all of his studio albums. You'll be pretty hard pressed and pretty disappointed most of the time, I would think. Anyway, I've decided to cover the years 1970 to 1981. I have all 8 studio albums on vinyl from that period. I also have 4 others over the next 40 odd years. I have 1992's Time Takes Time, I have 1999's I Want to Be Santa Claus, 2010's Why Not, and 2012's Ringo 2012, making it 12 out of 21. So it's not fair to do a proper album ranking from the entire period. Of those 4 I just mentioned, the only one I genuinely like is the Santa Claus one, the Christmas album, which I think is pretty good. Anyway, let's get into it. Number 8 on the list, 1976's Rotogravure. This was his 5th studio album, as I said, released in 1976. It's a soul, R&B and rock album, very, very average album that even the other 3 ex-Beatles and Eric Clapton can't save with their compositions. Best tracks on here for me are the lead-off single, I think it was, A Dose of Rock and Roll, and George Harrison's I'll Still Love You. This album comes in at 4.9 out of 10 for me. Next on the list, number 7, we're going to go to 1981's Stop and Smell the Roses. This was his 8th studio album, most recent in this list. It's a soft rock album. There's tracks on here by Paul McCartney, George Harrison, Nilsson, Stephen Stills and Carl Perkins, plus others. Again, a pretty piss poor album overall. There is a couple on here I like. Re-recordings of 1972's Back Off Boogaloo is pretty much the highlight of the album. I mean, it's a re-recording of a song of his that's almost a decade old. Plus George Harrison's Rack My Brain. This one comes in at 5 out of 10. Number 6 on my list, we're going to go to 1978's Bad Boy. It's his 7th studio album. Soft rock, rock on here. The glaring omission from this album is that there's no ex-Beatles participating in this album. There's 2 of his albums which that happened to, and it's really strange because they all seem to turn up every now and then. I like half this album, I dislike the other half. Best tracks on here for me, Monkey See, Monkey Do. Was that a single? I can't remember, I think it might have been. Plus cover of The Small Faces Tonight, written by Ian McLagan and appeared on the Small Faces album earlier in the year, 78 in the Shade. And the cover of The Supremes, Where Did Our Love Go? This album comes in at 5.2 out of 10 from me. Next on my list, we're going to go to 1970 with Sentimental Journey. This was his debut solo album. It's a jazz album, it's a crooner album, it's a standards album. It's all covers basically. This is acknowledged in the annals of rock as being the first album of the Great American Songbook, basically, that was recorded by a rock artist. Since then we've had, McCartney's done one, Rod Stewart's done 6 or 7. There's heaps of rock artists now who have done standards covers albums, but this was technically the worst one. Listen, there's nothing bad on this album. The songs do suit Ringo's vocals. There's just nothing outstanding on it. Best tracks on here for me, The Ink Spots, Whisper in Grass, and the title track. This one comes in at 5.3 out of 10 from me. Next on my list, we're going to go to 1973 with the album Ringo. This was his 3rd studio album. Most people would have this at number 1. It's a decent rock pop album. Photograph was on here, You're 16, I'm the Greatest, and the other single off the album, or a single off the album, Oh My My. There's nothing bad on this album. There's 3 or 4 tracks I really, really love. The rest I like. Most people have this at number 1 on their lists, and I have no problem with that. It's just that I think there's 3 albums that are better than this for my ears. This one comes in at a decent 7 out of 10. Excuse me. Number 3 on my list, we're going to go to 1974 with Ringo's 4th studio album, Goodnight Vienna. It's another solid pop rock album, just like the Ringo album. There's a couple I love on it, and the rest is pretty good. Nothing not to like. The title track, Goodnight Vienna, Only You, the No No song, and Elton John, Bernie Taupin's penned Snookeroo are the standout tracks on here for me. Yeah, pretty good album. I enjoy listening to this album. I love the homage that's being paid to The Day the Earth Stood Still, the old 1950s sci-fi film. So yeah, pretty good album. 7.1 out of 10 from me. And number 2 on my list, we're going to go to 1977. A big surprise. Most people have this ranked near the bottom of his list. Ringo the 4th. This was his 4th studio album. It's his disco album. There's disco on it, there's pop rock, and there's R&B. It's probably his most eclectic album with the styles and genres that are on it. I think it's absolutely grossly underrated and worthy of respect. It's a fun, easy listening album. In fact, this is my most recent copy of it. I played my original copy that I bought in 1980-81 to death, and I now have an updated copy which is on gold vinyl. That's how much I've played it. It is my most played Ringo Starr album from his collection, so it was always going to be pretty well up there for me. Best tracks on here for me: Drowned in the Sea of Love, Wings, Gave It All Up is a beautiful little acoustic ballad, Can She Do It Like She Dances, and the beautiful album closer, Simple Love Song. Really, really good album. 7.4 out of 10, which leaves 1 album, and that for me is Buku's Blues, released in 1970. It was his 2nd album. It was also his 2nd album of 1970. The country genre generally suits Ringo's deadpan, oh woe is me, lonesome me vocal style. In my opinion, he should have kept on doing this on occasion through his solo career. Maybe every 3rd album, every 4th album, or every album he should have included a country track maybe. He's really good at it. It suits his style. The ensemble of musicians on this and the songwriters is basically a who's who of Nashville at that time in 1970. Ringo did return to country music with a country album in 2025, with his 21st studio album called Look Up. It's not a bad album. A lot of guest slots on there from country singers, and he's going to continue that this year with another album called Long Long Road, which is again in the country genre, but to me he's left it decades too late. But yeah, this is just a fabulous album. If you like country music with the, as I said, the oh woe is me type songs and tear in my beer type songs, then this is an album for you. Really, really good. Ringo at his finest, and vocally at his finest as well. This album comes in at 8 out of 10, and it's the only album of his I love throughout his career. I said it's not the only thing I love from Ringo's career. I think Ringo was best when he was the narrator for Thomas the Tank Engine those first 2 seasons, or was it 1 season? Absolutely brilliant. But there you go, folks. That's my ranking of Ringo Starr's first decade of solo albums. As I said, I couldn't do the rest of them. Leave your comments in the comments section below. What do you think of Ringo Starr? Do you have all his albums? Am I being a bit unfair with my albums rankings of Ringo? I don't know. I'm just not really a big Ringo Starr solo fan. Anyway, guys, stay safe, take care, all for now. Catch you around, and bye, folks.